provided you are factual and you do not mislead this committee, which I believe you will not. CS, over to you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good afternoon, members of this committee. My name is Alex Zulu, the Council Secretary for CHIPILI Town Council. Thank you, Chair.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of the committee. My name is Henry Kabamlenga, Director of Finance.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of the committee. My name is Samson Chisebe, Director of Engineering for CHIPILI Town Council.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of Parliament. My name is Gabriel Bukama, Director, Human Resource and Administration.
Chair, good afternoon, and afternoon to everyone else. I am Kanyanta Brian Sanga, Chief Internal Auditor, CHIPILI Town Council. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Windsor Simbaya, Director Planning. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matthew Zulu, Director Fisheries, Livestock and Vet Services.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Nancy Mambon Kandu, Director Health Services, CHIPILI Town Council.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hendrix Gajemba, Assistant Procurement and Supplies Officer. Thank you.
Those behind, quickly.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Wangwe Dominic, Chief Accountant for CHIPILI Town Council.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of the committee. My name is Chileshiro Sakawe.
Council Advocate, meaning you are the lawyer for the council.
Yes, sir.
Bring it on. Interest of time.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Patrick, Director, Agricultural Services, CHIPILI Town Council.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of the House.
You switch off yours. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members. My name is Trevor Mono. I'm the Socio-Economic Plan.
I'll invite the permanent. Quickly introduce yourselves.
And good afternoon once more. Good afternoon, CHIPILI. My name is Charles Bukola from the Office of the Auditor General.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cecilia Lupenga Malunga. I'm Chief Human Resource Management Officer from Local Government Service Commission.
Chairperson and the honorable members of your committee, thank you and good afternoon. CHIPILI Town Council, you are welcome. I'm Kazinga Kennedy, permanent witness from Ministry of Local Government and Submit.
Thank you very much, Chair, your honorable committee. CHIPILI, you're welcome. My name is Mumbasaka from the Ministry of Finance and National Planning, Office of Accountant General. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Members of the committee, good afternoon. CS and your team, good afternoon. My name is Chishimba Mwewa, Assistant Director, Office of the Auditor General.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, honorable members of the committee. My name is Brian Makina, Principal Auditor, Office of the Auditor General, Wapra Province. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll invite honorable members of Parliament, starting with my left.
Good afternoon, CS and the team, and permanent witnesses also, and the Office of the Clerk. My name is Ken Siachsumo, Member of Parliament for Rufanyama constituency in the Copper Belt.
My far right.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, my people. Yeah, this is my constituency. We only have one new constituency in the district. I'm Honorable Chalapo. I know they know me, Kanshanda Mayo.
Which name is on there now?
Pochala. Yeah, so, no, you're welcome. Feel free. Expect more questions from me. Thank you.
So we expect you, Honorable Chala, to extend the same welcome you've extended to your team to Kitwe City Council as well. Honorable Kandafula.
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. Kasabila Kandafula, Member of Parliament for Serenje constituency.
Thank you. We have colleagues joining us virtually. I think they'll introduce themselves as they join us. Engineer Christopher Kangombe, Member of Parliament for Kamfinsa constituency in Kitwe and standing in for the chair. CS, I'll invite you to quickly speak to your report. We don't want you to read item by item, table by table. Just tell us what the query is and what you've done to resolve the query. Over to you. 10 minutes, you should be done.
Thank you, Chair and honorable members of the committee and permanent witness, as well as the Auditor General's Office. Allow me, Chair, to submit that we wish to add to our report an addendum on Appendix 3, 4, and 5, which shall be circulated by our staff. May I proceed, Chair?
Kindly proceed. You have already eaten a minute of your time.
Okay, Chair. Audit opinion, that is Appendix 1. Management response. Management acknowledges that the audit opinion for both financial statements for the years ended 31st December 2023 and 2024 were qualified. See Appendix 1, audit of financial statements. Appendix 2, budget, funding and expenditure. Cause of query. 2A, budget and funding. Management acknowledges the findings of the auditors. However, the variance of the budget was due to two main reasons. That is, under collection of locally generated revenues and undisbursed funds from the central government. Below is the tabulation of under collection and undisbursed funds. I will go to action taken, Chair. Management improved on resource revenue by operationalizing the Relax Center, that is the bar, and initiating commercial sales at the Stone Quarry site, located on traditional land, and the quarry site was initially allocated to the Mansa Luwingu Road contractor by Sub-Chief Tambalala, being returned to him post-completion. The Sub-Chief subsequently handed the site over to the CHIPILI Council, enabling the current revenue generation. Appendix 2 contains the Sub-Chief's letter, a report, and relevant council minutes. 2B, unspent funds. Management wishes to report that out of the total unspent funds amounting to 4,888,321, an amount of 4,114,090.86 has since been spent. The balance of 774,281 has been committed to the track pack project, which is at 60%. Remedial measure. Management will endeavor to generate and create more revenue bases for the council to mitigate the under collection of revenues and for smooth operations of the council. Appendix 3, adverse performance of locally generated revenue, management response, cause of query under local taxes, compliance by the business community in CHIPILI. Action taken, management will continue to engage the accountant general for the remittance of personal levy and reconcile with them regarding officers who work within the jurisdiction of CHIPILI and charges, cause of query, low sale of plots, and non-production of local mine, that is Ruongo mine resources, where the local anticipated collecting manganese loading fees. There was a word there, loading. Action taken, management will sensitizing the community on the importance of paying fees, charges, and levies, as well as obtaining permits.
You can go to the next step and we can read.
Remedial measures, Chair.
Okay.
Management will implement a structured compliance campaign to ensure that businesses adhere to payment of taxes, fees, levies, and permit regulations, while simultaneously optimizing revenue from operational ventures to secure smooth operations. Appendix 4, other deliverable targets, outputs, and not achieved. Management response. Number of council meetings held. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the findings and wishes to state that a total of 5 council meetings were planned. 4 full council meetings and 1 special council meeting. However, 4 full council meetings.
Yes, you can skip that table as well on outputs. What I would only request is next time you are appearing before the committee, list down the total targets and so that we know the variance in terms of the total on written target. Just add 5, 4, 10, and the rest, so that we're able to compare with what you achieved.
Thank you, Chair.
We can go to the next table.
Appendix 22, delayed promotion of officers. Cause of query, Chair. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings and wishes to clarify that the 4 officers concerned had been fully recommended for substantive promotion. However, the requisite letters of substantive promotion had not from the local government service commission. Management was able to process the promotion at the time of audit. Action taken, Chair. Management has formally written to the commission regarding the outstanding letters of substantive promotion for 4 officers. So far, 1 conveyance for substantive promotion has been received. Part of our addendum, we submitted that letters that were required for their promotions attached. Okay. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will continue to engage and follow up with the Commission to ensure the timely issuance of the substantive promotion letters for the affected officers. Appendix 22, failure to deduct NAPSA contribution. Cause of query, Chair. Management acknowledges the auditor's observations and wishes to clarify that the officers concerned are casual workers that were engaged by CHIPILI Town Council as watchmen. Their engagement arose due to understaffing in the human resource and department, specifically under the council police section. Action taken. The watchmen concerned have since been registered with NAPSA and the stations have commenced. Remedial measures. Management will ensure full compliance with all applicable statutory regulations, requirements in respect of all council employees. Appendix 41, non-settlement of statutory and other obligations. Management response, cause of query, Chair. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings that 3,484,219 in pay-as-you-earn obligations owed to the Zambia Revenue Authority remains outstanding. This is due to inadequate cash flow. Action taken, Chair. Management has not made any payments towards the debt. However, in order to improve the revenue base and cash flow, management has invested in various commercial ventures which include but not limited to the truck park under construction, the Kafita quarry site. Remedial measure, Chair. Management is currently working on measures to enhance revenue collection and broaden the revenue base, as seen in the appendices that are attached. Appendix 42, non-settlement of staff obligations, cause of query. Management wishes to report that the delay in the payment of staff obligations has been due to challenges with cash flow associated with narrow base. Action taken. Management has since made total payment amounting to 295,192 against the outstanding staff obligations as broken down in the table below. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure enhanced revenue mobilization by implementing the valuation role and automating all its revenue collection systems in order to liquidate outstanding obligations. Appendix 48, unspent funds, sector grant account, cause of query, Chair. Management acknowledges the audit finding amount of 1,476,104 remained unspent due to ongoing projects that extended into the year that followed. Furthermore, part of the funds were allocated to the Council in December 2024, leaving insufficient time for utilization. Action taken. Management has utilized the funds for its intended purposes amounting to 1,476,108 kwacha, see Appendix 8. Remedial measure, management will ensure that funds are spent in a timely manner. 3, unspent funds, Zambia Devolution Support Program, cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observations and wishes to clarify that the unspent funds under the Zambia Devolution Support Program grant resulted from delays caused by the change of site for the truck park project. The original proposed site was not approved as it was deemed accident prone and unsuitable for the intended development due to meet required safety standards. Action taken. An alternative site has since been identified and duly approved. Project implementation is currently ongoing, with works having reached approximately 60% completion. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure that the project is executed in accordance with approved work schedules to timely completion. That ends my submission, Chair.
CS, thank you very much for managing time. Honorable members to make submissions. In terms of clarifications, I've got 2, but before I can come in, I'll ask members if they have any clarifications. Honorable Chala.
Just to ask one question. Yeah, on unspent funds, under devolution support program. Council Secretary, you have stated the reason, but I don't think we can be convinced of your reason. Why? I want to find out from you whether you did feasibility studies before you had submitted for approval, because this is what you to delay the program. Whether the feasibility study was done by your officers, approved by your officers before, because you have to be convinced yourself as officers. When we send it, I think it's going to be approved, but why should it take other people from somewhere to say, no, 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 this is a bad place? As a result of that, the money was in the account, could not be spent of that. Why? Thank you, Chair.
So as a rider to that question, so that I don't have to take you back on page 12, your under unspent funds, you have indicated remedial measure management that funds are spent in a timely manner. That is the desire. The desire is that you should do it, but you haven't stated how you are going to ensure, because we want to be satisfied that this query won't reappear. That's the reason we're having this interaction. So CS, you are going to ensure, that's what you are telling this committee, but we just want to benefit from what strategy you are going to use. Are you going to assign people to, you haven't told us exactly how, so that we know whether this query is being closed or it will remain outstanding. Honorable Samakai.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Newton Samakai, Member of Parliament for constituency. I stayed in Munganga for some time. A Council Secretary, the adverse performance or poor performance on revenue collection, you are saying that this is because some clients, those that you provide services, are not paying. So we want to find out from you whether you have put in place any mechanisms to implement or to induce compliance from the clients. Then the other question is, what specific challenges prevent and why have they not been resolved? So you took some to ensure that you collect that money. So why are you failing? What strategies have you put in place to broaden revenue base rather than relying on sources? Maybe those could be the only ones.
Quite loaded
for now.
So CS, there's a query from Honorable Chala, which I've basically added a rider, a query from Honorable Samakai, and then we can go to the last set of questions, so you can respond to those queries.
Thank you very much, Chair, and honorable members. I will start on the revenue under collection. CHIPILI, as perhaps some may know it, it's a traditional type of setup, and most of our clients are quite scattered, such that it makes it quite costly for us to follow little amounts of funds that we may enforce from the payment of statutory requirements such as permits and other requirements by our business owners. You know, CHIPILI is more of traditional and the most business venture that is very, very common or generating income around is agriculture. And most of them are a few are in trading activities. So what we have done to enhance compliance or increase our revenue strategies is also to go further by relying or leveraging on agriculture, where we have in agriculture of production of maize. So we have since written to FRA to increase our maize levy. In that is production that is high, bumper harvest, we saw it 2 years ago, such that if we increase on maize levy, we are going to increase our financial base as a local authority. We have also planned, we are constructing rather the track park, which is earmarked for completion anytime soon. That is one of the strategies to increase our revenue base. And we are also operating a bar where we are generating income, as well as construction of a lodge, which is also earmarked for completion before this year ends. So those are two areas where we are likely to increase our revenue base. I need to ask Director Engineering to respond on the first question that came from Honorable Member of CHIPILI concerning the site which we had.
Whether a feasibility study was done.
Thank you, Chair.
Director Engineering.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, a feasibility study was done. However, our basis for choosing the first site was the planned area. The planned area has had an earmarked place for the truck park to be built. But however, after the road was done, the Mansal Wingu Road, the area is just near the place where we have a lot of accidents. And so that's where the concern came about, to say the area is not suitable for putting the truck park. And that's why the change came in place. I submit, Chair.
So in terms of implementation, the question from Honorable Chala was a feasibility study. Do we have a socio-economic planner in the council? Okay. Do we factor in, do we have a team that, because this is not the first time you have this funding, there will be another money, another amount of money allocated. So based on the experience you've had, I know what a feasibility study is. We don't want to ask you where's a copy of the feasibility study, because a study is a study. There must be a report which says, here are the factors for the truck park. The most suitable is this one. This is how we are going to deal with resettling people. So it's quite a comprehensive document. So that is why I'm asking, do we have a socio-economic planner who should oversee the social aspects? Then there must be someone overseeing the environmental aspects, then someone overseeing the engineering aspects. Is there a team that you've now constituted based on this experience, so that in future, the purpose of this interaction is to ensure that this query doesn't reappear? So what lessons have you drawn? And I think that is what Honorable Chala was interested in, so that when the next allocation comes here, we don't want you to be told this project wasn't approved. So we want assurance that this issue will not reappear.
Thank you, Chair. We have actually the socio-economic planner, who is actually part of this team that came, and we also have the environmental planner, besides the director of planning, which is a formidable team that in future such an occurrence may not repeat itself. Those studies will be done way before is received. I submit, Chair.
Okay. Any other query, and then we can. Honorable Chala.
Yes. On the revenue collection, you have stated that, and I think one of them is the bar. Yes, Relax Center.
Very nice name.
Yes. I wanted to find out whether you have capability to run that bar where you make sales at the end, you pay all the workers who are involved, and then you remain with the profit. In my view, I could propose probably that you lease it, then you start getting rent. So,
maybe it's a comment.
Yes.
Are you going to operate the facility, or you have plans? Look at what NAPSA has done in Kitwe. They own Garden Court Hotel, but because they are not specialists in managing a hotel, they've given it to Togo-san. So Togo-san runs the hotel on behalf of NAPSA. So he's basically saying, do you have a competent team to run the facility, or you would rather outsource that service and then get commission? That will be the last submission. But also on page 12, according to the unspent funds sector accounts, because there are two unspent funds we have in this report. This one, according to you, furthermore, part of the funds was only remitted to the council in December 2024. How long do you think it takes for you to spend money? Assuming the money is in your account. This is December, so the money has been credited into your account. How long do you think it will take? Because we don't want government to be looking into various accounts and saying CHIPILI is not spending money. That is why this audit query is appearing. Here we are trying to solve problems. So do you think the problem is government not giving you the money, or you are slow at expending the money as an institution? These are things we are trying to establish. Maybe you can comment on those two, and then we can close. Honorable Kandafula.
Thank you, Chair. I think just sort of like a clarification on Appendix 25.
Appendix 25.
Where the CSC is saying that this have since been registered, and the deductions have commenced. Have you backdated, because these people started working way back, have you backdated proof? Because they will need their money. We don't have to reduce on the number of months or years that they could have worked. Thank you.
So there are three questions. Can I summarize them for you? The first one by Honorable Chala, the one relating to unspent funds, whether it's the council that was slow in expending or government delayed, so that we resolve the problem, and the last one on NAPSA contribution. CS.
Thank you very much, Chair. The council currently has a section under finance, which is commercial section, which is one of the sections that is operationalized at the council. And as you may know, councils have operated businesses before. That includes the lodges and the bars before. So perhaps going by that tradition, we had to employ staff that are capable of handling this section of income generated related to a bar, as well as the lodge that I just mentioned that we are also constructing. So based on those two sections of the council, which we are currently paying or employed officers, we are capable of running such a section.
That's the
as
assurance
a venture.
we are giving this committee.
That's the assurance that we are making.
Next item.
The next item.
Honorable Chala, your council outside. CS, the next item.
The next item.
Unspent funds.
Unspent funds, Chair.
Was the money delayed by government, or Is it you who delayed to spend? How long do you think is enough for you to spend the money?
Allow me, Chair, to invite Director of Finance to
Director Finance
to make a comment on that.
Thank you so much, Chair. On this one, Chair, it's the government which tried to fund the same funding.
Okay.
If we can be able to receive funding at least before 10th December, it will be easy for us to make sure that we facilitate the payments accordingly. But this one came a bit late.
Okay, that we've established. But how long, assuming the money comes on the 10th of December, how long do you think all will run for you to be money? What is an acceptable time?
Thank you so much, Chair. I think the period of within 1 week, as long as the necessary documents are in place, there's no problem. Within 1 week, all the
Okay. Did you provide that information to the auditors? Auditors are human beings, so I don't know if you provided, because what happens in an audit, you are given 14 days to respond to queries. So when this issue arose, the issue of the money in December, to the auditors that it's actually not our fault, the money came late.
Chair, on that one, I will say I'll just have to apologize. We didn't do that. For sure, Chair.
CS, any closing remarks? I know Honorable Chala is itching to be on record. He'll be on record as you discuss outside. I think you are familiar with each other. Any closing remarks as we conclude? Pardon? Oh, the question from Honorable Kandafula.
Yes, Chair. Allow me to ask Director Finance also on the NAPSA.
Do you remember
issue.
the question?
Yes, it's on NAPSA.
Yeah. You had casual workers. Have you
Casual
now?
workers, yes.
Yeah.
Chair.
Have you backdated their contributions?
Thank you so much, Chair. Yes, Chair, we have done the right thing. We have backdated and we have even now started clearing them.
Okay. Closing remarks?
Thank you, Chair. I wish to thank you for giving CHIPILI Town Council this time to express their mandate that is on audit queries that are brought before this House. That enables all of us and the nation at large to understand the operations that occur in a council such as ours, where we wish some of the concerns that we have submitted to this House, as well as the other requests that we have made to our able ministry, especially on increase on revenue that we wish to be collected, such as grain levy, is going to be implemented, because that is one of the area that we wish to leverage on as a very lean revenue base. And if we were given this accord, definitely service delivery is going to be enhanced in CHIPILI. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, thank you. And even as before we withdraw your immunity, we have Local Government Service Commission present today. They are a permanent witness because we have cases of delayed promotions, failure to fill vacancies. We just wanted you to comment very quickly as we wind up. Is the delay to have these officers promoted an administrative problem within the council, or it is you delaying, or it's the commission delaying to respond to you? Because you can't have an officer acting, a time within which they must be confirmed. Is it an HRR? Is it an administrative challenge? Is it the council advocate not checking the language correctly? Is it director admin, or it's the commission responding to you on time? Because there's a query. So we're trying to avoid these queries. So just for the record, what is the challenge?
Thank you very much, Chair. I have with me the records that are stating that our submission on promotions as well.
22, yeah.
Appendix 22, yes. Mm-hmm. We go to records, they are showing that we submit requests for promotion on time and according to the stipulated time frame, especially those who are on acting basis as well, first appointment. But we may not know or understand what could be the administrative reasons why the response is not given to us on time as expected from our end.
Okay, thank you very much. CS, we did provide immunity to you to speak freely before this committee. That immunity has since been withdrawn. Travel back safely to CHIPILI.
Thank you very much.
CHIPILI Town Council and his team, CHIPILI Town Council Secretary and his team appearing before the Committee on Local Governance, Housing and Chiefs Affairs. The committee is considering the audit of accounts of local authorities for the financial year ended at 31st December 2024. We still expect one more witness to appear, and that's Chembe Town Council. We standing by for Chembe Town Council to appear before the Committee on Local Governance, Housing and Chief Affairs. Don't go away. Stay tuned to Parliament TV. Good afternoon.
Educational and familiarization tours are an influential tool to enrich learning. The National Assembly of Zambia received Yusuf Education Center pupils from Makeni East in Lusaka. Protocol officers welcomed the pupils at Media Center building. The pupils were later taken to the main Parliament building, where a foundation stone which is of great significance is laid. Construction of the Parliament building started in 1964 and was officially opened by first Republican President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda on 2nd May 1967.
Led by Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, first President of